Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring.
So in today's video we're going to be going through all of my foundations and concealers and going through and decluttering these. If you like this decluttering series, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and let's get into it. Easiest way to do is just dump all this out. I have quite a few products here and there's actually quite a few that I want to get rid of, so we might as well just get started. So the one thing that I know for definite I'm not getting rid of is the Maybelline Super Stay Lumi Matte Foundation. I actually haven't tried this yet. There's going to be a full review on this exact foundation, so keep your eyes out for that. So we're going to keep this. Another product I know we're going to keep is our NARS foundation. This is the light reflecting foundation. I've mine in the shade Punjab. This is my current like absolute favorite go-to foundation. I absolutely love it. Then we have my tried and true and fully tested, the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. This one's in the shape Marshmallow, so this is for when I'm pale, so I will definitely be keeping this. We do also have this. This is my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Porcelain. This is actually completely ran out, so I will be decluttering this, but not for any other reason other than it's empty. Okay, this one I actually think I might need to put to the side for a minute. This is the Sculpted by Amy Second Skin Dewy Finish Foundation. This is in the shade Blanc 0.5. I don't know whether it's just me or whether it's just, I don't really know, to be honest. If anyone can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. This foundation I feel like I would love if it was in my tan shade. I find it very difficult to find products that I love for when I'm pale, and I try this when I'm pale and I just find that I don't get enough coverage when I'm pale because there's so much redness and freckles and everything to come through, whereas when I'm tanned, the colour of the tanned shade obviously covers a lot more. So if anyone has any like really good full coverage pale foundations, please let me know what your recommendations are. So I'm going to put this to the side because although I like it, I don't love it. Like, I've been using it for the last little while and it's grand as a pale foundation, and I know I'm not that pale that often. I just don't know about it, so I'm gonna put this to the side for a minute. Okay, next, you might be shocked, but this is the NARS, what is this called? This is the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I'm actually going to declutter this. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can definitely see. It has started to separate in the colour because one, this is so old, but two as well, this is not my shade. So this is going to be decluttered. I absolutely love this foundation though. When in the near future, when I do go to maybe repurchase a foundation, I probably will pick this up in my correct shade, which is Punjab. Stromboli is just a bit too dark for me. As you can see, there's like quite a big difference between them, this Punjab, this Stromboli. So I will be decluttering this because it is severely out of date, separating, and it's not my shade. This is a product that I actually don't come back to that often, but I actually quite enjoy. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. The reason I actually love this quite a bit is because it's quite a thin formula, but it has a good amount of like coverage to it. So I will be keeping this. It's just something I don't actually use that often, but when I do, I love it. So I need to start using it more. Another product that I'm unsure of, this is the Sculpted by Amy Brighten Up Under Eye Liquid Concealer. This is a supposed full coverage concealer, and again, I just don't know. And again, I think it is because it's my pale shade and not my tan shade. If it was my tan shade, I may love it a bit more. It has like a lovely consistency. Like, it is a full coverage concealer, just my brain just can't figure out why I'm not enjoying it, and I do think it is usually because these products are in my pale shade. So once again, I'm going to put this to the side for now. Next we have a complete favorite of mine. This is the Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I absolutely love this product. If you've not tried this product, I would highly recommend it. It's probably one of the best products that has come out of the drugstore in a while. I absolutely love Maybelline's foundations in general. I think they do them really well, but this one in particular, it just goes on your skin so well. It's so undetectable on your skin, yet it gives such a good coverage. It has such a nice finish, and I really like this. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to be so sad to see this go, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I am going to be decluttering this, and the only reason I'm going to be decluttering this is because it's out of date severely by about 4 years at this point. I've had this for 5 years. It's out of date by 4 years. It smells weird and it's starting to go all weird in the bottle as well. So I'm going to be decluttering this, but this is something I would definitely repurchase because I actually do really love this. Next we have the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. I really enjoy this concealer. Again, just like the Laura Mercier, it's not one that I keep going back to, and I think it's because I obviously just have my absolute faves, but I do really enjoy this. I especially love it when I'm using an already kind of matte formula foundation. It goes on really well with it. It dries down very nicely, but it doesn't dry out your under eyes for being a full coverage concealer. So I definitely am going to keep this. This is a new product for me. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have just recently tried this, and oh my god, when I tell you I have fallen in love with this, I'm not joking you. This is very much on par to my Too Faced concealer. I find it to be very hydrating, but still has super good coverage, and it has like a very, I don't know, just like a very flawless finish, especially when it's set. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this. Another product that I love and I am 100% keeping is the iconic London Radiance Booster in the shade Sand Glow. I absolutely love this. This is probably one of my favorites. It's up there with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in my opinion. I really like this. I love the coverage it gives, and I love the finish. The finish is more glowy than it is kind of like shimmery, so that is why we are keeping this. Then we have our Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I've just realised I've been completely getting the wrong shade in the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm not 6 neutral. If anything, I'm nowhere near 6 neutral. I'm definitely like a 5 neutral. This one is just a tad too dark, especially because a lot of Charlotte Tilbury's products oxidize on me. I do think it is a beautiful foundation, just the shade is so wrong for me. It's okay, like I can make it work to begin with, but then it just starts oxidizing and it just gets really weird. So I am going to be decluttering this, but it is a beautiful foundation and I'd 100% repurchase it. Another product that I have here, this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Mine is in the shade Medium 3. I've just recently used this in a tutorial because I hadn't tried it, and while I loved it in the tutorial, and you'll see it in a future video, the shade I just cannot get over. It's too pink for me, it's too red. I need something a bit more yellowy to balance out my skin, and I think it's a bit just too glowy. Like compared to my iconic London Radiance Booster, I just prefer this one a little bit more, and I just know I'm not going to reach for this, so I'm actually going to declutter it unless I were to get a lighter shade, and if the lighter shade was more yellow, then maybe I would keep it in my collection. But I am going to have to declutter it, even though I did love it in that video. Just the shade is really bothering me. Next we have our NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. I absolutely love this concealer. I think it's great if you want to cover spots. I think it's great if you want to just use it as like a normal concealer, or like carving out your brows or prepping your lids, or just like I said, use a normal concealer. It's very full coverage. It has a matte finish, but a little goes a long way, and it blends super easily. It's not overly drying on the eyes. I find it to be a very good full coverage concealer when I want that. So yeah, gonna keep this. Next we have my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. I think it is one of the best full coverage foundations out there. I like to keep this as my full coverage foundation, so I don't use it that often, but I use it when I'm going to be taking pictures, when I'm going to be going on nights out where I want that extra bit of coverage. So we're 100% keeping this. She is my go-to full coverage. Then we have the Makeup by Mario. This is his, what's it called, Surreal Skin Foundation. I wanted to love this so badly. I saw everyone raving on about it, and it is a beautiful finish when it's on its own. And I hate to say that, but when it's on its own and like you've nothing else on your skin, no concealer, no anything like that, it is beautiful. It is such a dewy foundation that after a while it just goes back to being so dewy no matter how much you set it, and it just ends up separating the rest of your makeup. I think if you have dry skin you would love it, but like I've said a million times, I have such dry skin and I can't even get on board with it. It just is too glowy, it's too wet, and yeah, it's also my wrong shade as well. So I am going to have to get rid of this, which I'm so devastated about because I paid so much money for it. But yeah, she's just not for me anymore. And then lastly we have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint. This will be going nowhere. It is my favorite skin tint of all time. It is one of those formulas where like no matter how bad of a skin day you're having, this is going to make your skin look good. It's so glowy, it's so like flawless on your skin. Your skin looks like your skin but better, but it has coverage to it, which I absolutely love. So we will 1000% be keeping this. Okay, moving back to these two products, I really don't know what to do, guys. I think I'm going to keep them because I'm looking at my collection and I don't have any for when I'm super pale. And what I mean by like when I'm super pale is when I literally have not a scrap of tan on for the past like week or so, I find that I can, when I'm kind of in between like two tans, I won't get down to my like very pale shade, but when I do have my very pale skin showing, I don't have anything that is that pale. I'm looking at my collection and I'm like, yeah, nothing else is like suiting, so I'm gonna keep the both of these. So guys, here is an overview of what I am keeping. I'm very excited that my collection has whittled down a good bit, and that I'm only keeping things that like I truly love, because I think it's very easy to, you know, keep things just because they're trending or just because everyone else loves them, when in fact you don't love them. And I'm always about like making sure I get through my products, so I'm going to be keeping all these. And then these are the products I'm going to be getting rid of. I'm going to be throwing away definitely this one, definitely this, definitely these, and then I'm going to see if someone in my family or my friends want it. So yeah, these are going. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next decluttering video. Bye.